Welcome back to Leah the Mom in Boots. All right, guys. So for today, I'm going to be talking about what my naturalization process was like, going through basic military training. So that same night when we got off the bus at Lackland Airforce Base, um, they asked all the persons that were being naturalized to come to a table that they had there, right? So we went to the table, and then they asked us if we already had a USCIS account available, right, or active. For the persons who did not have, they had to just create one immediately and give the thumbs up that yes, they have a USCIS account. That was one of the first requirements that they needed from us. Now, after that was done, we then joined back our team, proceed to get whatever we needed for training, etc. Now, after about 1 week, I think, yeah, it was after 1 week or after the first week of training, we were then given appointment slips. Now, whenever you're leaving the training ground or leaving the flight or the training team, the only way that they're able to keep track of you is by appointment sheets. So once we got those appointment sheets, we'll then went to the like a control quarters to check it out, so they know where at all times, which is understandable, right? Because you have over 100 and so many people training, and if they're not there, the only way you can really keep track of them if they, as I say, black and white, document it. Back in JD, we say black and white. We're working with the black and the white. I'm not sure if it's a thing here, but yeah, cannot forget. It's in a black and white? Is it in black and white? All right. Yeah, that's what we're working with. Anyways, once we were there, there was this specific form that was given to us. It's a specific USCIS form. It's I something. I'll just confirm that and put it on the screen. Once we completed that, that form was also signed by the commander or something. That is what helps expedite them giving us a citizenship, right? We filled that out we got that along with we did our N400 online, because everything that we're doing for the naturalization process was done online, right? We did that. We filled out our N400 for certificate for naturalization. We then uploaded any supporting documents we have. So like myself, I would have uploaded like at the time, my marriage certificate, my copy of my green card, I think my last tax receipt, and a lot of little things, right? It varies for different persons, I guess. Once I uploaded all of my supporting documents along with the form that I got from the military and my N400, we submitted everything using the address for the naturalization office. So we didn't use our home address on the form, which made sense because they are going to be the one actually tracking and responding if needs to, etc. After I think week 3, the 3rd week of training or the 4th week of training, we were then given another appointment to do biometrics, right? Went back to the office, did biometrics, and then that was it for that. No, even though you're going to be naturalized, it's not an automatic thing, right? You still have to do everything. Still, your background has to be good. Everything has to be completed properly on your path. So yes, the military is expediting it, but what you put on the paper also matters, right? So we have some little tablets in training, and on those tablets they had like the naturalization questions that we needed to practice for our interview, right? They had 100 questions, and I think now it's changed. I think the naturalization questions are now 120, and you have to get 12 out of the 20 questions that is asked. When I was doing it, 10 questions were asked, and you had to get at least 6 correct. If you got your first 6 correct, they wouldn't ask you the remaining 4, right? So all the questions were there for you to practice. So it was 100 questions. and they're going to ask you 10 of it. You weren't sure which 10 they're going to ask you, so you had to practice the entire 100 questions, right? I did my interview one day before graduation. I did my or was it 2 days? Was either 1 or 2 days before graduation, right? So we were given the appointment slips. We went back over to the naturalization office. Our interviews were done online. So our interviews were done. I don't remember if it was Zoom, but it was done using an online platform, right? I went into my interview. The first thing they asked was my 10 questions. Once you got your first 6 correct, they will proceed to the next segment of it. I was then asked to write, they said something to me, or you write something to me and asked me to write it down, right? And I wrote it down, and then I had to show him what I wrote. So it's just to see that you can write English. Then he asked me, there was a form that I have, he asked me to read the first paragraph of it. And that is also, I guess, to see that you speak English. I guess that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing, right? Now, after doing that, then the interview started. So they started asking me a couple questions, background questions. Most of the questions were the same questions that was on my N400 form that I filled out, right? Criminal questions, questions about my background, my past, etc. Right? And then I guess once they were pleasing with your answers and everything, then and everything was good with their whatever checks that they did, you were good. And then in that same interview setting, I was sworn in as a US citizen, just like that. Went back to the office, and they took my green card from me, gave me a little flag. And you are now a United States citizen. And that was my process. No, I said whatever you put. It's not an automatic, because I had 2 colleagues at the time who were going through the process with me. And one of them, I think he said he had an outstanding traffic ticket or something. Well, that's what he told me. I'm not sure if that's the real reason why. So they did not give him an interview. And then there was this other one in his interview. I'm not sure what happened, but they told him that he has to continue his process after BMT. So it's not a guarantee, but hey. Yeah, guys. And that was my process. Like, it took 7 weeks. Like, the first week, as I told you guys, I went to the office. They submitted, you're the one doing it, right? So you're either doing it on your phone, or they have some tablets in the office that they give you guys to do it on, right? And you just have to hope you have everything. Oh, I forgot something. There was this thing that we got, our orders. Our orders were also a supporting documents that we also added with our form. Yes, because I remember some persons were having difficulty because they didn't have their orders, and then they had issue getting through to their recruiter. Somehow, my recruiter ensured that I had mine in my pocket, so I was good, right? I didn't have any glitch or anything. I was like going straight through. Yeah, so week 1, submit documents. Week 3, I did biometrics. And week 7 of my graduation week, I did my interview with USCIS, and I was approved, sworn in, and that is how I became a US citizen. And that was my story, how I got naturalized in BMT. Now, if there's any questions for persons who might be going through the process or have more questions that they think they would like me to talk more on, I can give more answers to those questions. So just leave a comment if you need to. But remember to like, subscribe, share, all of the good thing them. Yes, guys, so stay tuned to my next video that will be on how did I get my green card while still living in Jamaica. How I get my green card when I still live a yard. That is my next video. Stay tuned to Leah, Mom in Boots.